Welcome back, YouTube, to the channel. I'm back like I never left. Well, actually, I did leave. Left about a week or two. I needed stuff to pop up, movies, TV shows, and stuff to talk about. I ain't had nothing to talk. I mean, it probably was something to talk about, but I ain't want to talk about it, so I ain't come back and talk about it. But we got actually two big wrestling pay-per-views and an MMA pay-per-view. It was an MMA pay-per-view last week. I ain't talk about that either. I talked about a wrestling pay-per-view. I don't want to just talk about wrestling stuff, but I mean, it's here, right? I'm here, so what I supposed to do about it? But anyway, I want y'all gonna hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop. I just wanted to remind you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, share, all that good stuff. Yeah, I stumbled. So what? But yes, Impact Wrestling, you got WWE, got Money in the Bank. But we ain't gonna talk about Money in the Bank. We ain't even for do no prediction right now. I mean, it's kind of a prediction, but yeah. Impact Wrestling Slammiversary always comes with the surprises, at least in the last year or so. They come with the surprises, and I got 5 on for myself. I got 5 on, actually 6. Honorable mention. I got the 6. I think last year they had at least about 5 or 6 surprise returns, and when you gotta say return, debuts or returns. That's what I would say. Debuts or returns. Because last year they had the Motor City Machine Guns. They had Rick Swan. Those special returns, surprises, but they really went in returns. But they was, Rick Swan was a return because he was injured. So, yeah, most of the machine gun counts as a surprise. But anyway, we got 5 of them, and most of them are going to be, it's going to seem like it's more, but it's really not. It's going to seem like about 10, but most of them, they're going to go into that women's title match between Deonna Purrazzo. I just need something to talk about. I mean, I don't need something to talk about. I got something to talk about, so I'm going to sit here and talk about it. Hopefully the video don't last more than 20 minutes. So let's get to it, man. Number one surprise that we may see at Slammiversary is someone from New Japan. Meaning you might see Jay White, or you might see G.O.D., or you may even see, because there's some rumblings of a partnership. I would say that. People that say AEW is, Tony Khan is the forbidden door. I always said the Impact Wrestling was the forbidden door. What Impact Wrestling, the past 2 years before the pandemic came in, they was already talking about working with other companies. They want to work with Ring of Honor. Hell, they want to work with WWE. They probably would have if the WWE would want to work with them. But it hasn't happened. But they had already been working with AAA. I mean, I think almost every wrestling company working with AAA at some form and fashion. But they were working with AAA. They was finna do a working production WrestleMania weekend thing with MLW. That didn't happen because of the pandemic, so they had to shift some things around. Now they come back with AEW, and then they come back with New Japan. And I think I said it before. I said Jay White. I really do believe that Jay White or G.O.D. Gorillas of Destiny will possibly make an appearance. One of the two. Or 3. Could be 3. I could be wrong, but the other partnership I need to get into that before I go into why I think they might be there. One of the other partnerships that you might see or this out there is Ring of Honor and NWA. Surprisingly, but they made a little deal with Kylie Ray with NWA, so but we'll get to that one later. But the reason why I say Jay White or G.O.D. because both of them, all 3 of them, are in America right now because they are getting ready for New Japan's resurgence in August. So that's one of the reasons why I think I seen a couple weeks ago that Jay White did a YouTube signing thing, meet and greet online, and it was hey, they are in And they've been doing the New Japan Strong thing. And they also have the New Japan Tag Team Turmoil thing. Is it Turmoil? I might not be saying that right. When you see the Doc Gallows and... Is it Doc Gallows? Whatever. You see the Good Brothers in there. And they... well, TJP don't count because he worked for like everybody. He worked for MLW, New Japan, Impact Wrestling. If AEW like, yeah, man, we want you to go. Because he's a free agent. I think they were Chase Green for them to try to do. But we'll get into her. We'll talk about her later. I know what y'all gonna try to do in the comment section. But anyway, I think that's the reason why. It would be, and then when I think about the New Japan wrestlers, they also teased Bullet Club. They teased a bunch of New Japan people, and they teased the Bullet Club. Do I believe that Kota Ibushi, Okada, some of those wrestlers would go there? I think they would possibly go to AEW first. Just the way that some people see the hierarchy of wrestling. I don't think that, and not saying that I don't think that Jay White or Guerrillas of Destiny. See, I could be wrong with that, but I think that they would do that. They would go to Impact Wrestling before they would go to AEW. I don't really know why. I don't really know why I'm saying it, but I just feel that. I feel that way because... No, yeah, that's really why I feel that way, because they are in America right now. They're not in New Japan. They ain't not New Japan, but they're not in Japan. That's the reason why I feel that way. Because if they was in Japan, I think like they just had an event in Okada and some of the other people. They was still in Japan, but they're not. They're in America. At least the Guerrillas of Destiny are. I don't know about Jay White, but that's the reason why I feel that they could be a potential showing a potential showing for this Saturday's Slammiversary. Honorable mentions. Let me get to that real quick. I think that finally, Alex Shelley, honorable mention, not number 2, honorable mention. He may come back at Slammiversary. His partner has a big tag team match. Him or James Storm. They may come back. Because both of their partner and Chris Sabin having a big match against Moose. And Moose has already said he knows 2 of the surprises that will be coming. He didn't hint at what they were, but he said he was loving it. There were 2 big surprises. So that could be Alex Shelley. Or it could be James Storm. I know James Storm been out here filming a movie, so I don't know if that movie wrapped up. He's becoming a big movie star. I don't know if it's a big time movie or not, but it's a movie, nonetheless. But we're gonna move on to the number 2 surprise that may come to be, and it is the Inspiration, or aka the Iconics. I think I was finna go somewhere else with that, but I couldn't think of it. No, I was right. Iconics. The Iconics, I know they trademarked for the Inspiration a while ago. Now, it'd be interesting to see. I think they would show up somewhere during the tag team match between the women. They could, or they might just show up kind of like he did last year. He just showed up in an unannounced type thing. Now, he could do that because of the pandemic and when I think he did that one time, and then Matt Cardona kind of did it around by Bound for Glory. They kind of didn't, well, I don't really know how it's going to happen, but I think that they would, and it would be, for me, I would think that that's the better choice for them over AEW, because they also have a tag team division. And, they will have more TV exposure if they went to AEW, but if you're a package deal and you want to fight for tag team titles, I think that would be an easy thing. That would be the only reason why I think they should and would show up, because they have a tag team division. They would go right in, and they would probably be right at the top. They won't have to fight. They won't have too far to go to get to the tag team title. Even though I think that Impact will be trying to infuse a whole lot of women talent to make up for that, because they have the women singles title, and I got on headphones, let me take them off, and they have the tag team titles, but they will be equally number 2 because I know that they're trying to make Havoc and Rosemary a full-on tag team, but they also kind of breaking up Susan and or Su Young or Susie with Kimberly. So I don't really know, but I think they're gonna do something. Though I think at first I was waiting for Impact to come on Thursday and go out because I want to see what's gonna happen between Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellen, but they seem like they're gonna stay a tag team. They're not gonna, at least for now, Rachel is not gonna get the head beat out of her by Jordan Grace. But interesting things came awry afterwards. So yeah, we're gonna go to the number 3 surprise, and this is gonna have a bunch of women in it because I really don't know. I'm only speculating. I kind of feel like I know at this point. But yeah, down a mystery surprise opponent. We got to scratch out Chelsea Green, even though I don't even know about that, because Chelsea Green may be the tag team partner for her future hubby, Matt Cardona. So we're gonna kind of scratch her out. Because at first I was gonna scratch her out because she showed up at Ring of Honor, but now it's like, she's not fully signed a contract. She's still a free agent, even though. And then I forgot about it. She kind of had a negotiation way back when with Impact Wrestling, right in June or something like that. I think it came down, but I don't. They never specified anything else on that, so I don't know. This video is going to be longer than 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and see it now. But, hey, I'm going to make it good. I'm going to try to make it good anyway. I'm going to try. But stick with me. But, so, first person, I think I'm going to start with the most. I think that everybody wants to see. They want to see Britt Baker. I thought if she had her match at Fyter Fest Night 1, then, yeah, it was a great possibility. But she didn't. She going to have that match next Wednesday, so I don't it could happen, but if it did happen, I would rather for it to be the first time it'd be a no disqualification, because I think I've seen some people talking about who they think the surprise is gonna be, and when somebody mentioned Jay White, I was like, yeah, but then they were like, oh, they thought that there should be something advertised, and I was like, no, you can advertise afterwards. You make a surprise. You talk about the surprises. They've been hyping them up for the past 2-3 months. So that's their advertisement. And then they can advertise a little bit more. And that's why I think that if it did Britt Baker, it should be a no disqualification, because that match is a bigger match. You have 2 champions, title. You do what they did with Kenny Omega and Rick Swann, and what Deonna Purrazzo is doing with Fabi Apache for AAA. You advertise. You don't just do a surprise match like this and then throw it out there. No, you do. But you do promotion. You build up. I think this would be a good Bound for Glory match or a good all-out match. They can go both ways with that. Especially because they already did the match with Kenny Omega and Rick Swann. They could do it at all out. I would. It'd be finally some type of feud, but you gotta have Deonna Purrazzo going to AEW almost every week in some form or fashion, like Kenny did for Impact Wrestling, but we'll see. But the other my main suspicion is it's gonna be Mickie James, just because also they having a working relationship with NWA. They could do something with the Impact women. I seen a couple of women from Impact want to jump in on that tournament or that they're gonna have. They can't really jump into the one in Ring of Honor, but think anything can happen. With in the next couple of months to a year, we don't know. Everybody's saying that they're more friendly than ever in wrestling, at least when it comes down to the head of the companies type people. I messed up. But yeah, I think Mickie James would be one. Killer Kelly is one of them. I've seen people talking about her. I thought I didn't think it would be a chance. I thought they should have signed her when they did the little tag team title thing, but then they did nothing with her and it went away. But it looked like she could possibly come back you have, I know a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter talk about like Serena Deeb. That's more NW. No, that's AEW. Thunder Rosa is NWA. You also have to throw in Kylie Ray. They could try to run back that match. They didn't have it, Bound for Glory, even because they kind of have a working type agreement. Or it could have been something in that trade what they did with NWA when they released a contract to them. It could be something that was in the work. Like, hey, we'll give you her contract, but then she got to come back and take an L to Deonna Purrazzo. Because I really think whoever comes out, they will lose to Deonna Purrazzo, because Deonna Purrazzo has that match with Fabio Pace, as I said before, in August. Like, it's coming up soon. Coming up really, really soon in AAA. Who else? There was another wrestler. I said Britt Baker. I said Mickie James. I said Killer Kelly. I said Serena Deeb. I'm just going over the people in my head. I don't have it. I should have had it written down, but I didn't write it down, so I'm stuck. You can also throw in Hikaru Shida. It's a whole plethora of women. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of women on the page, but I really think there's gonna be Mickie James, and it's also a dark horse that I'm gonna throw in, and I'm finna go to it now. So I should have said this at the beginning, but I have 2 dark horses. I said I had 5 surprises, or 6 with an honorable mention, but I actually had 2 dark horses, and one of the dark horse, or White Tiger, Tessa Blanchard. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about that. I've seen a lot of, I've been watching a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna lie, this time of Slammiversary, I kind of do get excited for wrestling because I can see all these surprises and see how the fans are going to react. Then you have the fans coming back, so that'll be another thing. Surprises always are interesting anyway, but then you have the fans back, so they're going to be ruckus. But Tessa Blanchard, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it, and I'm like, really? Tessa Blanchard must going to go around campaigning like she a political person. She's going to be kissing babies and shaking hands because her leaving Impact Wrestling was not on a good terms. At least I didn't think it was on good terms, because not only did you have the allegations and stuff beforehand, before she won the World Heavyweight title, but then she didn't even want to come back and drop the title. They was going to offer her a little bit of money, but then she started asking for exorbitantly long money. She didn't even want to cut a promo. So when I mean that she was coming back, that she could be possibly an opponent for Deonna Purrazzo, because some people still consider Tessa Blanchard is one of the best, if not the best, women wrestler in the world, even though she is not signed to a major company. So I know some people don't think that she has a name, but if most of the indie wrestling and people like that consider her one of the best, and they don't give a crap. So I don't know. That's why I said she's a dark horse to be in that match. I even seen somebody say they speculated she was gonna return and interfere in the Sami Callihan match. I don't know. I don't really think she's gonna come, but if she did, I would have made a video about it and talked about it, and you could say, yeah, I disagree or I don't agree. The final surprise and dark horse surprise, bear with me. I know it ain't gonna, the Tessa Blanchard one could happen. It's like a 50-50 chance, but I know this one right here is like a 20% chance that it won't happen. But hey, he ain't signed to nobody. He ain't made a peep. He ain't make a peep for AEW. New Japan had a bunch of shows, but they had a really, 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 really big shows. But so haven't the WWE finna have a big show in August, and it's called SummerSlam. But I would know after this. But my final surprise and major dark horse surprise is DB, Daniel Bryan. Hear me out. I'm gonna give y'all some time to yell and type bad shit in the comment section if you want. Okay. Y'all got it? Alright. The reason why I say Daniel Bryan is a dark horse is because Impact is doing what Daniel Bryan actually wanted to do. If you listen to Daniel Bryan, read some of the comments and things that he said before he got his contract was up with the WWE, he wanted to work with all the wrestling companies. And I said before, hell, Impact Wrestling would probably try to work with WWE if they would allow it. But yeah, if Impact Wrestling has a working relationship with New Japan, if they have a working relationship with AEW, MLW, AAA, Ring of Honor, all these wrestling companies. Because I thought if he would show up, he would show up in Ring of Honor and he would fight Jonathan Gresham. Because that seemed like a match made in heaven for a lot of pure wrestling fans. But he didn't. Only surprise they had was the Chelsea Green one. But then I could see that. Like, if Impact Wrestling, and I know a lot of people want to talk about the money and things like that, but like, they bought their own freaking channel. Now, I know it was not a major channel, but they bought their own goddamn channel. And they've been doing a whole lot of other things outside of... Because when you talk about Impact Wrestling, you want to talk about the ratings. But they doing a whole lot of different stuff. So they bringing in money from different revenues, I feel. And if you go back, like I do, I read a lot of wrestling articles. I read a lot of stuff. I don't like reading, but I read a lot of stuff sometimes. And I think right before Jericho and Kenny Omega signed with AEW, they were like, nah, Impact won't throw all the money at us. But we chose to go to AEW. But they want to throw a whole lot of money at us. And it's like, if they send them a whole lot of money, because you don't have, compared to it, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, I don't see any other wrestler in Impact that could possibly garnish that type of money that they were talking about. I don't really know. He didn't really specify. But at this point, I don't really see any wrestler that could garner that type of money. So, yeah, I could be saying like, yo, they sitting on that money. And if Daniel Bryan say, hey, I want to check it out, I want to come in, I want to do something, I think they would throw it at him. It would get y'all asses to watch and tune in. Some of you want to see what the hell is Daniel Bryan doing in Impact Wrestling. Who is he going to face? Is he going to beat Kenny Omega for the title? Or is he going to fight whoever wins the X Division? You know exactly he will go straight to the world title picture. But he got a lot of talent to go against. A lot of new people, a lot of new faces. I would like to see it. But yeah, those are my 5 or 6 honorable surprise type things that I think will possibly surprises that could possibly happen at Impact Wrestling Slammiversary PPV this Saturday, July 17th. At some point, you're going to see me do a prediction show for that, and I'm probably going to come right back to these same things, but I just want to make a full video of it by itself. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, share all that beautiful stuff, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.